Hey everyone, it's Laura with Laura Gadenic Astrology, and I'm here to give you the update for March 9th through the 15th, 2020. So there's not too many big things going on this week. We just have a full moon on Monday, March 9th. Full moon is going to be in Virgo. So this would be a really good time to do Virgo type activities and things. And Virgo is an earth sign ruled by the planet Mercury. So Virgo time is a good time to organize things, to get things done that require detail and precision. So if there's something that you've been putting off, neglecting, something like a mess that needs to be cleaned up or organized, this is a good time to do it on Monday, or even like today, Sunday or Tuesday. And then we also have Mercury stationing direct at 28 degrees of Aquarius. So this is the end of the Mercury retrograde cycle, and but it's not quite necessarily over until Mercury goes back over the same degrees that it was just retrograde in. And that won't be until the end of March. So, it's technically Mercury retrograde is over, but there still might be a little bit of hang-ups, mess-ups, delays, like not as bad as it, was during Mercury retrograde, because man, that was, at least for me, that was really challenging. All sorts of things went wrong. I ended up putting the wrong address down on a bunch of paperwork for a new job and for my voting registration. And I recently moved, so I just forgot my address, I guess. I just put one number down wrong. So anyway, that was a disaster. I had to get stuff done to my car. I've been literally losing everything. It's been a total mess. So I'm super excited for it to be going direct again. But like I said, there could still be a little bit of delays or tiny challenges, but it won't be nearly as challenging or difficult. And as I've said before, Mercury retrograde is also about review and reflection, thinking things over. If you're confused, that could definitely be reflecting that. And so when Mercury passes back over the degrees that it recently passed through, it's kind of potentially coming to some sort of conclusion about something you've been confused about, finding out an answer to something, just being a little bit more decisive, or even finding things that you lose. The things that you lose during Mercury retrograde could show up when Mercury is direct and is passing over those same degrees in the zodiac that it was at when you lost the thing. There's all sorts of things. But so Mercury was last at 28 degrees of Aquarius on February 2nd. So you could also look back to February 2nd. What were you thinking about? What were you doing? What were you pondering? And maybe similar themes, or maybe that story is continuing, or maybe you have a new perspective, or you have the answer, or something. And like I said, it won't be out of its shadow period, which is the degrees which Mercury has already passed over, where it went retrograde to begin with, which I think was at 12 degrees of Pisces. It won't pass 12 degrees of Pisces until March 30th. So we just have a little bit longer of this Mercury retrograde cycle and journey. So Wednesday, March 11th, we have the Sun in Pisces making a sextile to Jupiter in Capricorn. And sextiles aren't super big. They're not tense or full of conflict or anything, so you might not even notice it. It's not like something will happen or you'll notice it because there's not a conflict, there's no tension. It's usually a really easy, sweet, harmonious aspect. And Jupiter is all about abundance, bringing good fortune, being generous, having faith in things. And Capricorn, Jupiter's in Capricorn right now, it's technically in the sign of its fall, meaning it's not able to fully do what it wants to as a planet and has to rely on Saturn, the ruler of Capricorn. So it's a little bit constrained, but it's still probably just going to feel like a good day, just positive, perhaps insightful, perhaps spiritual as well. Jupiter can definitely be a spiritual planet. So yeah, it would be a good day to do something generous or spiritual or something that requires acting on faith. That's a good time to take action, actually. And then we have, Saturday, March 14th. We have Mars in Capricorn making a sextile to Neptune in Pisces. So Mars is all about how we take action and how we get things done, our pace in the world. And Mars is really strong in Capricorn. This gives us a very organized, systematic, productive way to get things done. Or basically, it's a good time to get things done because of Capricorn's energy that it gives Mars. Being systematic, productive, ambitious, hardworking, disciplined, having commitment. And, making the sextile to Neptune. Neptune is the planet of our dreams, of our vision, of what feels glamorous to us or what we mythologize into being this, this dream, this dream come true, or, not true yet. But anyway, so the sextile is all about working towards something based on a dream or a myth, working towards making a dream come true, inspired to take steps towards something. So it's just, a nice day to work on things that you feel inspired by. You'll have a lot of energy for it, maybe creative projects that you have. Neptune and Pisces, that's a very creative, visionary combination. So those are some ideas for that. We also have the Sun in Pisces making a sextile to Pluto in Capricorn. So Pluto is a planet all about researching, investigating, digging deep, getting to the root of things, getting to the underbelly of things. And the Sun in Pisces is all about exploring our creativity, our vision, our dreams, our emotions, our feelings, things that inspire us. So this is a good time to research, investigate, and dig deep into something that compels our emotions, our vision, and our dreams. So that kind of goes hand in hand with the Mars making the sextile to Neptune. So, and that's Saturday, March 14th. So it's like a really good time and day in general to really dig deep into things that compel you, things that inspire you, things that you wish could be true. Maybe that's when you start taking steps to achieve those mythological dreams, those Neptunian dreams. So yeah, it's mainly just a bunch of sextiles this week. It's not a huge week, and it's all about taking advantage of the energy rather than things happening to you. And even when, there are the tensor aspects of squares and oppositions, and sometimes things do happen to us, right? But even then, it's still about taking action to resolve those conflicts, to learn from the situation, to figure out who we truly are and what we truly want. So yeah, that is March 9th through the 15th. Seems like it'll be a pretty productive and also visionary and dreamy week. So have a great one. See you next week.